Marauders issue 1 sees Storm explain what Krakoa is to a group of young mutants, inviting them into the island through a gateway in Central Park. After the mutants have gone through, Kitty heads on after them, but soon learns that she cannot actually go through the portals, leading to her breaking her nose on the entryway. Later, Kitty sails on a boat over the ocean and Lockheed brings her a wing of a seagull as a gift. As she discards of the wing, she soon arrives at the island and is met on the beach by Iceman, who welcomes her to Mudigraz, where the party doesn't stop. Logan rushes out of the forest and into the beach, hoping Kitty brought him his supplies. He swims out to the boat as Kitty asks how Bobby is, learning he's adjusting like everyone else as Logan returns with his keg and booze, thanking Kitty for him. Bobby tells Kitty that she doesn't have a place to stay on the island yet, but she isn't so sure that she's going to stick around, wanting to talk to Iceman about a weird offer she has for him. Iceman tells her to hold that thought since he wants to check why a nearby gateway has no traffic coming through it. As she waits, Kitty's mind is tapped into by Emma Frost, who wonders why she is still letting the X-Men call her Kitty and not Kate. Kitty wants her to get to the point, learning Frost trusts her since she's been fighting for most of her life against the impossible, and she never deals out more than she needs to. Kitty thinks that Emma believes she is weak, but Emma says that she would be here if she thought that. Emma says that the fact that Krakoan gates don't work for her is an opportunity, since she just completed a successful voyage to the island, the first of many Emma hopes. Heading to a dry dock in London, Emma reveals that she has been constructing a huge boat. Emma reveals that only some of the humans took Xavier's deal and they are entitled to the miracle drug, but mutants also need to set up the black market price to have a stable world economy, meaning the Hellfire Trading Company is now the most important mutant corporation, and its shipping arm won't be ruthless slavers like the old one, but liberators of the mutants whose countries have cornered off the Krakoan gates, not allowing anyone through, or who have become surrounded by mutant hunting creatures. Because of this, Kitty's new vessel will ferry the mutants to Krakoa safely. Kitty knows that Storm was offered this first, but Emma thinks that she would do just as good a job, and Kitty really needs her life to be hers now, since she isn't a school teacher anymore. Emma implores her to become her Red Queen, since she deserves it. Elsewhere, Iceman arrives at the other side of the portal he went through, which was in Russia, and is now surrounded by the military, who says Russian mutants have no interest in going to the island. Bobby wonders what the guns are there for, and the armored man says that the mutants either serve their state or they are crushed. The man opens fire on Bobby, who learns that his power blasts are power dampening, reverting him back to his human form. He dives through the gate before he can be shot, and back on Krakoa, he tells the now drunk Kitty that they have a situation with some Russians with power dampening tech. The drunk Kitty wants to fight the humans as Storm arrives, gaining Kitty's attention. Kitty asks her and Iceman if they would like to join her in sailing the open seas, as in Taiwan, a woman named Mrs. Zhao rallies the people against the mutants, saying her husband was taken by one of the gates and she won't rest until he is returned. A trenchcoat wearing man arrives, saying that he's investigating her husband's disappearance. She asks who he is, and he is revealed to be Bishop, who wants to speak to Mrs. Zhao privately about the matter. The woman says no, since no matter what Bishop says, his words are worthless to her. Bishop leaves, contacting Xavier and telling them that something is wrong in Taipei and he will keep investigating. Heading into the open ocean, Iceman briefs the team on the Russian splinter group that have taken over the gate in Vladivostok. Bobby is surprised to learn that Pyro, the original Pyro, is part of the team, joining them after taking a long nap. Pyro says that he'd been gone a good long while and doesn't remember a thing, but suddenly he woke up on Krakoa and it turns out that he was one of the first mutants to be resurrected. Storm says that Pyro has been drafted and he needs to remember not to kill anyone. Kitty tells them that they should hit the armored troops and fan out, since they can't take them all on, and Bobby says that they need to get the hostages to the gate and out of Russia. Arriving in Vladivostok, the Marauders get to work, but learn that the giant armored man is able to convert energy into his own suit's power, blasting the team and taking Bobby and Storm's powers. Kitty phases through the man and short-circuits his suit before taking out a group of soldiers, disarming them and using one of their weapons to make sure they are permanently disabled. Kitty moves on to stop a tank with some smoke grenades before taking down the commander of the forces, taking the man's sword as her own. More men soon arrive, but Pyro, thanks to Lockheed, keeps them at bay with his dragon fire. With the gate now saved, Kitty tells the team to head back through, while she will take the boat, but the team says that they arrive together and they will leave together. The Russian mutants soon arrive, thanking the team, and Kitty tells the one with the phone to not stop recording, telling the video that if you are a mutant and you can't get to Krakoa, then the Marauders will bring them home safely. Later on the boat, Kitty finishes her flag, hoisting it up to the sails as Storm says that she isn't too fond of the name Marauders. Kitty says that it was an on-the-spot decision and the X-Men might not want to be associated with what they have to do. She asks if Storm will stay with her and Aurora says that many of their people are trapped, so how could she not stay? But her only request is that Kitty deals with Emma Frost from now on. Kitty contacts Emma, saying that she will do what she was offered and become the Red Queen and the leader of the Marauders. Bobby asks where they are headed to next, and Kitty says anywhere they want, as long as they call her Kate from now on. Marauders issue 1 was a really fun first issue to a book I had no idea I really needed until I read it. The idea of Kitty Pryde becoming like a smuggler, pirate captain of sorts for Krakoa with a team of great X-Men is so damn cool, and the setup throughout the issue is fantastic. It also answers the question of who Emma Frost wanted for the extra seat on her part of the Krakoan Council. I'm really looking forward to learning more about Kitty's mission as well as maybe more about the sinister reasonings behind Emma offering her the role, since Emma Frost is always doing things for herself or to further her gain, so I'm intrigued to learn a bit more about that. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.